I'm looking at the last play. So I'm looking at the last shot right now. So Jaylen Brown, he comes off. So he sheds his defender, Kelly Oubre, right? But then he
I
goes and
think there's
sets
a
a
chance for him to
screen for
get the ball.
Pritchard. He goes and sets a screen for Pritchard. There's really no action in which Jaylen Brown, and this is where it would be a lot better if we had this film up
For
on
sure.
screen. But at the same time, there's really no action on that play because it looks like at first Jaylen Brown sheds his guy, right? But then he goes and sets a screen for Pritchard at the top of the key, and then Pritchard runs from the top of the key to the corner. And then so Brown sets the screen on Grimes. Grimes switches on to Brown. Grimes was originally on Pritchard, but then Pritchard, Edgecombe picks up Pritchard. Edgecombe was originally on Brown. So those guys switch. Pritchard gets an okay, when he receives the ball, he's in front of Edgecombe. So he has okay leverage against him. But then Maxi's there on help, which is really the most underrated part of this play because Pritchard runs to the corner, right? He runs to the left corner. If you're looking at the basket, right? He runs to the left corner. Anthony Simons is inbounding the ball from that left corner, which of course Tyrese Maxey is standing guarding the inbounder, but he's kind of guarding
Mhm.
the middle portion of the lane. Well, because Pritchard runs over to the corner here, Maxey's in a perfect help position on this play, and Pritchard would have otherwise had either a wide open look at the rim, whether it was a baseline little mini jumper, or it was a just go to the rim, lay it up and in type of shot from the baseline. Would have had a wide open shot if Maxey wasn't sitting there on perfect help, just guarding the inbounder. I mean, I wish I could show this up on screen, but Maxey is literally sitting there just guarding the
No, yeah.
inbounder and Simons.
I mean, there's
And
not even
Pritchard
a.
almost runs to him like, oh, hello, oh, you're here. So
Mhm.
not the greatest of play designs there at the end. Clearly a flaw with the inbounds play, but going and looking at the other play real quick, just to break this one down. So Brown actually, if you look, well, this is again
Isn't
where I wish I
he
could have this up
corner?
on screen,
Isn't
but
he originally flash corner to get like?
Brown, yeah, Brown flashes to the corner and he's actually open for
Yeah,
the. Oh man, I mean,
that's
if
what I was
Brown.
thinking.
Oh, I want to show this. You know what? I'm going to show it on the iPad, maybe up on screen here. No, well,
That
hold up.
to be honest,
I know,
when
but
to be
regardless,
honest,
but
when the
there's a.
play first
Oh man,
happened,
if we could show this, Brown comes off. So let's see. He flashes to the corner. Oubre's on his hip, and he kind of brushes past Maxi. And there's a moment where Oubre and Maxi are in front of Brown. Brown is flashing towards the corner. That actually leaves the pass. Like
yeah,
when White is looking at the court, right? If he's looking up court, that pass is open to Pritchard, right? Because that those two guys, Maxi and Oubre, shedding down towards Brown. Brown's flashing to the corner. There's nobody screening for Brown, but Brown's flashing to the corner. Maxi and Oubre kind of shed towards Brown, right? They kind of gravitate towards Brown. That leaves the pass open for Pritchard. But what I'm looking at here when this on this freeze frame is, see, I'm just going to try to bring it up here. Let's see. I mean, look at that. If Brown
yeah.
curls towards the rim right
You got
here,
Oubre on his on his hip.
if well, right here, I'm thinking Brown curls towards the rim and White delivers that pass over the top. You know what play this looks similar to? Well, not it's not the same play, but there's remnants of what it would look like. It's the play from the confetti game where the ball goes over the top to Horford, and I believe he had Robert Covington on him at the time. I don't remember who he had on him. I think it was Robert Covington. Size advantage over Robert Covington, gives him one bump and just puts it in over him, little hook
Yeah,
shot. This play, I mean, you could argue Jaylen Brown. I mean, we know he's been in with the water workouts, everything. Griffin, you know about this. I mean, right here, if he curls towards the rim instead of just totally flashing towards the corner and burying himself there. If he curls towards the rim, receives the ball, he has Oubre on his hip. I mean, that could be a one bounce, put the hip in, put the
and we're
shoulder in, and
yeah,
I mean, dunk it home or a layup right there, or
and
even
I
an open layup where Oubre's chasing him down and he's laying it up and in. But I mean, you're either going under the rim and you're coming back and putting it up and in, or you are curling towards the basket, receiving the pass like a wide receiver, and then of course, or just I mean, man, simple. I would say here too. Look at the top of the key. Now, this wasn't the play design here, but man, if you just had somebody run towards the rim in this situation, I wonder how Like if you just threw a
So
lob,
they
like
guard
the
it.
lane is so
Yeah.
open. The lane
Well,
is open.
in this scoring situation, it's like in this score, it's like we're only down by 1. Like, maybe get a little action towards the basket, potential foul draw, like we're just
Well,
gravitating to a
that's what I
three-point
like
line.
about Pritchard's aggressiveness on this play, though, is when he gets the ball, he
It
immediately
doesn't just settle.
notices.
Yeah,
He
which is
goes,
which is
"Oh, there's
good.
a lane," and just
Yeah,
attacks it
yeah.
aggressively. And I would argue, I mean, the Sixers made a great play on this because Edgecombe, I mean, Pritchard. What's unfortunate is like maybe the play. This is where the elite playmaking comes into play, right? If we were to break down this play with, wait, let me let's let's uh let's get the right angle here on this one. Okay. Okay, so Pritchard right here. Let's get the focus. There we go. So Pritchard, I mean, look at Simons at the top of the there.
Oh, we got
There.
a little reflection. But I see where you're going with
But
this,
like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so Pritchard,
the
he's
collapse.
driving the lane. Edgecombe is cheating over, right? He's cheating
Mhm,
over. He's slapping at that ball, which does make it hard for Pritchard to go and throw a pass out to the perimeter. But if you notice on this play, Pritchard, I'm gonna try to show this one more time up here, which I actually just whoops. I pressed it. Okay. I fast forwarded a little bit. But this play right here, which I can't, there we go. Pritchard, look how much attention he's drawing. And then look at Simons over here. I mean, look how much attention Pritchard is drawing at this moment in time in the lane. I mean, look at Edgecombe. Edgecombe, you, me, ball. He's not even paying
Oh,
attention to
there's so
Simons right
many
here.
there's a lot of options off it too because
Right.
you get a kick out. Brown is actually sealing his guy right there. Maybe you get a little dump down
Yeah, I mean, look,
right
like
there.
just boom, right? You little
Right.
dump down right there.
So I
Either
think
pass it out
that's
to Simons or,
yeah, and we've
Pritchard.
talked about it like Pritchard's playmaking, like it there is room for improvement in my eyes, and I think sometimes he gets a little too deep into the paint
I
where
mean,
like guys collapse on him.
this one is really tough. I mean, really, like this. Oh, all right, folks. I dropped the iPad into the camera. So, hey,
Well,
is the iPad okay? Of course it is. It landed on carpet. All right. So, okay, but this is a screenshot worth showing right here, folks, because look at the attention. Seriously, Pritchard is receiving in the lane, and then look, you have Simons and Hauser and White. Come on, throw it out
great.
to him. So like
Yeah.
this is a lot. See, I love film breakdowns because you go into it and you go, "Wow, this is a lot worse than
Mhm,
envisioned." Right? You go, yeah, Pritchard taking that shot. It's like, hey, you drove aggressively. You like to see that. You like to see everything. You like to see everything that Pritchard tried to do, right? But then
mhm,
ultimately, you run back the film, you realize all five Sixers defenders are looking at Pritchard in the paint, which that's the first part. He did the first part well, right? He drove aggressively. That's what demands all of that attention, right? He drove aggressively. That's the first part he did well. The second part is okay, once you draw that attention, where's the correct pass? What's the
mhm,
correct play? Right? Is it a one-on-one opportunity? Because right there, Pritchard tries to go through Grimes, but then there are a ton of hands just slapping down at the ball. And what happened? That ball actually got blocked to the point where Pritchard threw up this weird shot that hit the bottom of the rim and went down, and then that whole out of bounds sequence happened. But I mean, right there, you have all five guys. I mean, is the pass to Hauser for three? I mean, there was 5 seconds left. So if it was out to Hauser, Simon's on the key, or rather standing on the wing, you have maybe a shot for Hauser. But if that's not open,
quick
boom, over
swing.
to Simons, right? And then
Mhm,
that option too, that little dump down to Jalen Brown. That's what also has to be considered on these ATO plays as well. I mean, the ATO for the Celtics didn't seem to work how it was supposed to out of the timeout, right? But then the secondary part of it actually was working to a T. It just one more pass needed to be made,
mhm.
if not two more
Yeah,
passes, depending
and
on what that
and
one more pass that result would have been.
once again, Pritchard doesn't hasn't always played in those scenarios, like in those late game, um, you know, yeah, in those late game scenarios, so it's something that he may not have recognized. It's something that, there's so many factors that go into the the fact that he didn't make a decision or the fact that he didn't necessarily get the best shot possible in that scenario. Like there's a lot of factors go into it, and Joe Mazzola just has to take him to the film room like we did. Maybe they just watch this and break down the film and just say, hey, in the future, you make this decision or understand that it doesn't just fall on you. There's still opportunities to make plays. I mean, LeBron to Danny Green. I mean, there it's a selfish. I think a lot of times being unselfish in scenarios like that when guys are grabbing to you and they think you're going to take the last shot. It's like there's a really good opportunity because guys are just gravitating to just dish it off and make that play. But then the ego comes in, like I got to take that last shot. It's a difficult situation. It's definitely difficult.